Hello, everybody, and welcome to another stream of Cyberpunk 2020. And we're gonna pick up where we left off last time. It is now Saturday. Um, Technically, because this is part two. It is now Saturday of the next day. We just basically oh god, I can't. I'm trying to do a recap of last session and having a little bit of an issue with it. So last session, our players did kidnap. They infiltrated a Maelstrom base, and they actually
Somehow,
killed everyone
stealth-
inside. What's up?
somehow stealthily.
Yes, yes, stealthily. And first time watching this type of stream, looking forward to it. Oh, awesome rivalry, Valkyrie! Thank you for joining us on this adventure. So anyway, yes, they stealthily broke in, got around everybody, shot everyone, killed everyone, and stole everything that was in there, including the data chip they were supposed to recover. However, they want to know why a corpo wanted it and why Maelstrom actually had it. So they went back to the doctor, got a little bit patched up, and now they are trying to find a netrunner that can hack. It. Now, Sawyer did get into one of his contacts, and it is currently about roughly 4 o'clock in the morning. You guys have been up all night. And so his contact's name goes by the name of Arya Strix. Arya Strix? Yeah, Arya Strix. And she is a very she is a top-notch netrunner. So he did manage to get a hold of her to do a meeting for as a quick hookup type thing to do this job and to get valuable data. So he gave you the address, and unfortunately, it is going to take you guys a minute to get there. We could say you left about 2:30 a.m. in the morning, maybe 3 even, because she is not in the combat zone. She is actually in a moderate zone that's got moderate crime, or basically, I think, let's see, what is a corporation and then executive? I can't figure out which ones. But she's mostly in the moderate zone because she can kind of afford it. So she is very well paid. You guys do manage to make it to the outskirts of the city, where she is said to have her own place away from other people, and that way she also has time to, jet if she has to. Or basically GTFO. So you guys still have the Zetatech car, which is the car that Sawyer gave you to help him run errands and stuff, as you know. And of course, he gave that to you because you guys did a job for him. So you guys make it to the outskirts of town. It's currently about 4 a.m. in the morning. And you come to a building, a nice looking house that looks like it's covered in a lot of sheet metal and reinforced steel. What do you do?
And this is the location that we're supposed to be at?
Yes.
Sorry. Sorry.
And I heard you correctly. You said there's a convoy of reinforced steel.
Yes.
Go up and knock on the door.
All right.
Do we even have? Yeah.
What's up? Okay. All right. So you knock on the door.
Convoy, I imagined like a swarm of vehicles.
Right. Yeah, something like that. So you knock on the door, and a voice comes over the intercom. Who's there?
Sawyer? Sawyer called us, or called in for us.
And your names are?
Sable. Sable Slasher.
And Cypher says Cypher. Okay. You guys can come in. So you hear this door buzzer beep, and you hear something unlatch from the door.
All right, walk in.
All right, so you open the door, and as soon as everyone walks in, the door shuts and relatches behind you. Suddenly, you see a woman off into the corner, sitting with her legs crossed. She's dressed in very, what you would call a bodysuit, a leather bodysuit. She looks a lot like Carrie Ann Moss from The Matrix. She's got short black hair. You can tell she's got a few cybernetics. She has she doesn't have a lot of cybernetics, but she does have a couple noticeable ones. Such as she does have you do see that she does have plugs in her wrists, and you do see that she has a cyberaptic eye. And it is going to be oh, whoops. It is going to be the right eye. So her right eye is a cyber optic eye.
Okay, cool.
All right. So she says, "So, you need me to hack something?"
Jackson nods his head and pulls out. Okay, pulls out the. Oh, what was it? What was it that we grabbed? I can't remember.
The data chip.
Okay, the data
Did
chip.
we also grab a cyber deck we need to examine too, or that we could get examined because none of us can access the shit?
Right. Yeah. Well, you guys didn't have any computers or a cyber deck to basically hack it, so that's what she's here for.
So yeah,
Well, I'm talking about the one that we looted from them, the really cool one that we couldn't crack either. Can we present that to her and have her check it too?
Oh yeah, you can. So
All
there's
right,
two
yeah,
cyber
I'd
decks.
like to-
There's two cyber decks that you guys found. So you guys present the data chip and the two cyber decks. And she says, "So you guys want me to look into all these devices? I only heard about the data chip."
Well, I was looking into these out of personal curiosity, but if
Okay.
you find anything interesting and one is more favorable than the other one, I'm willing to let you have it. That's part of a bonus payment.
I will. I'll do all of this for you tonight, under one condition. I do have a fee. For me to hack the data chip and recover all information and relay it to you with what I find is going to be €500. The cyberdecks, hacking the cyberdecks and telling you the specs from the inside and what's in them, I will say about €500 a piece as well. So I'm looking at €1,500 between the three of you. Not
I'll cover.
not like 1,500 each. Just all together.
Jackson will say, "I'll cover the fee for the data chip," but yeah, the Sable can cover the. That's it. Sable can cover the price for everything else.
I just slide 1,500 pennies forward in front of his smile.
Fair
so.
enough. All right. Well, you guys are tossing around money, and she doesn't care. She likes that. Did you already take it out of your cash, Tails, or no?
Yep, I went down to 1060 instead of 2560.
All right. I will get it. All right. Put it in there for you. All right. So you slide the €1,500. She's like, "Give me a couple of hours. I'll definitely hack this." So now she's going to run an interface check on the chip. She plugs the chip into her cyber deck, and she's going to run an interface check. So she got a 23, and she interfaces with the chip, and she says, and she doesn't talk to you too much. She just goes in there. Let's see here. Good, and okay. Now I gotta run a little something because she is currently being attacked. So it's been about roughly about 20 minutes for you guys, and she already successfully you guys don't know this, but her cyberdeck is getting ready to do some weird shit. So give me just a second.
I was wondering, is she one of those people that operates in silence, or could I forward the request for another 1,000?
Well, in a deep dive or in any dive, they kind of don't really speak. It's like being hooked up to the Matrix. They're kind of asleep.
Okay, damn. So it's too late to talk to her about making a copy of the chip like I talked about previously. That's fine.
Oh, she's gonna make you guys a copy of this chip once she gets most of the security stuff off of it. She did hit a layer in her hacking skills that actually, unfortunately, uncovered that this device was actually protected. So I'm trying to see what her odds of survival is going to be, because she's going to take some damage possibly. And that's exactly it. There's some progress.
Yeah, I did
here,
my.
so I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna basically roll with whatever she can and call it good. So once she hooked it in, the viruses actually got accessed her cyber deck, which means basically it latched on to basically be able to do shit. It basically latched onto her cyber deck and is using her cyber deck as a way of, and this is going to be kind of bad, as a way of activating themselves.
It's its own engine too. Okay.
Yep, something like that.
Okay.
Let's
Good.
see here. No, and it doesn't look like she's got much of an attack program. Let me see here. I'm trying to find. She's got Hellhound. Oh, that's not much. All right. So they're each going to get one attack on her. So let's see here. It's going to be, she's going to actually try and eject out of there. So that's an 8. She's going to do, it's going to be her deck speed with whatever roll she's got. And unfortunately, she has an 8. She wasn't able to flee as well. So she's going to take some damage here for a second. And then the other program. Bloodhound. Oh, that's just a tracer. All right. So you guys don't really notice, but as you guys are like seeing her, you guys can see that she is making faces.
Like responsive faces, like she's in pain, or like what?
Yeah. Well, she managed to eject out of there, and she's like, she comes to, and she's like, "Holy shit! We've got a problem."
Raises one eyebrow and stares at dudes.
So what I found some, I did find some information on the chip, but I was not able to make a backup of anything. But you guys got one hell of a. Let's see, could you? No, she couldn't. I couldn't make a backup of anything, but you guys do got one hell of a some massive information. There's 2 programs on there that actually attacked me once I actually hacked through all the layers of security that it has. And I'm going to tell you this now. I don't have any proof of this, but I did find the current issues here. So this is basically a memory archive, and there's contact numbers for Biotechnica. Who this actually, the original owner of this chip used to be Harrison Vance. He has old names. I was able to get through the encryptions. That was fine. But he also has blackmail files, surveillance clips of corpos involved in crimes and embezzlement. He had this protected. And there's also code in here for a program that was stolen from Arasaka. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I can't even... All I can do is eject it out of my cyber deck. But it's very possible it's going to fry the chip if I do.
How much for your cyber deck? I'll give you the other one. I'll give you a bonus one.
Well, how about this? You keep your 1,000, and I take the other 2 cyber decks because now, if I eject this, it's going to fry the chip, and my cyber deck's going to be gone either way. But those 2 programs are acting as viruses. I can never hack into this again. Which, unfortunately, her cyber deck is worth... Her cyber deck's worth right now is €73,100. She's like, I put my life's work in this, and it got fucked up.
So it became a data fortress instead, whatever they call this. So, okay, I will make you a deal. I will work constantly to reimburse this effort, since it was my dumbass idea in the first place. I don't know what these guys will be up to, but some wheels are in motion.
We have another problem. There's a tracer program that's currently not allowing me to disconnect the cyber deck from the internet. It's a portable cyber deck, so it has a wireless setting. Until the battery has a 4-hour time span. Once it's gone, it'll no longer act as a tracer. But with it being a trace program on there, it's pinging our location.
what if we destroy the
No.
cyber deck?
Stop Destructo Man. We are in a convoy. This can move. If we keep the wheels moving, think about it. We can pit Corpo against Corpo. Make those motherfuckers take themselves down for us. Talk to
Question.
Arasaka, talk to Iodine. Fuck the Corpo up.
Yeah.
You
so,
said that if we try to remove the chip, it would fry itself. But you
Yes.
also said that this is also acting as a tracking device.
Yes, we can
But if
destroy
we keep
What if we destroy the cyber deck? Would that also destroy the chip, or is there a
Yes.
way that we could preserve the chip within the whole piece of the cyber deck?
Once the connection is broken with the chip in my cyber deck, such as even if power goes out, it's going to fry the chip and all the information on there to keep it protected. It's a fail safe. Whoever had this chip, who hired you guys? And if you guys want to know, if you guys don't remember, it was Harrison Vance himself that hired you.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember your name
the
actually.
The guy who owned the chip.
Harrison Vance. If I remember correctly, there was a personal log in there just before he lost it, made about a few months ago, how he was fired from Biotechnica. Biotechnica found out that he was possibly a double agent and was working with Arasaka, which is why he has Arasaka information on there. If Arasaka has been suspecting that he is doing that, and this information is being pinged, Harrison right now is currently tracking the cyber deck, and maybe not just Harrison. If anybody else is tracking this information, is trying to look for it, they're definitely going to have my location. We need to get the hell out of here before Arasaka drones get here. That's
what I'm saying. We're in a convoy. This can move. But don't you, and I'm pointing to Tabletop Junkie because I can't forget his name. Don't you have some corporate contacts in each of those firms you could probably work with? You could maybe spin up a deal and pit them against Vance. Use them to take him down.
Well, if you're looking at Cypher, Cypher's like,
yeah.
Let's see. Does Cypher have any corporate contacts? Let's see here. He's currently employed. He is tech. So it doesn't say how he's currently employed. And Cypher turns around because he is a tech. He's like, we may. I mean, I don't know if anyone's gonna even come near us with that thing. I mean, if they're already tracking it, but we need to find some way to disable it without frying the chip. Because if we fry that chip and the information's gone, we've got a huge problem. Like, this is gonna be worthless, and we're not even gonna get paid.
Correct. That's what I'm getting at, brother. Since they're tracking it, they're where we're at anyway. If we can strike a deal, they can come to us and we can work the deal. However, we need to move. We need to switch it up so they can't send force after us. Instead, we can move the negotiations. And instead of being the cogs that get crushed by the machine, we can make these machines fuck each other up.
I don't know. I didn't even expect something like that to be on a data chip. I thought this was just something personal to Vance when we first went to him, but it seems like it's far more personal than that. And Arya turns around and says, well, it's also worse than that. You guys may also have the NCPD after you. There was a transaction log for bribes. Captains of the NCPD and judges. They could also be hiring you guys right now.
Is there a way to transfer the information that is already that you've already uncovered into a safe data chip that we could possibly use?
If I transfer any information, the virus is going the program is going to move with it. It's part of the data chip.
What if we cut power?
It'll fry out the chip because the chip would be disconnected. Once the chip started up, it can't be disconnected unless I can find the password. Let me see if I can try and do a simple password hack to see if I can disable the programs. And she is going to run a quick hacking. Unfortunately, she has suffered some intelligence loss, permanent intelligence damage because of the program. So give me 1 second. I'm just gonna run with intelligence because I don't know what I have no idea. Hang on one second. I have no idea. Oh, shit. Where's my book? I have no idea what skill this would be. If you're just trying to... Because she doesn't want to go back in there. If she goes back in there, she could die. Let's see here. Looking for a skill that requires you to... Alright. So, let's see if she would have it as a netrunner.
I'm just gonna turn to the guys and be like, so let's say we call Vance. We say we took the equipment, we looted off those Maelstrom motherfuckers. We had somebody appraise the equipment, but they didn't know the chip wasn't supposed to be appraised. That triggered it. We could lure him here, and then we could beat the password out of him.
That would be a good way.
Do you think he's foolish enough to believe it?
If there's money and his life involved, I mean, look at all the information on here. His butthole is probably tighter than a dolphin's right now. You know he wants this. He's probably drooling thinking about getting it. Even if he is tracking us, he needs it anyway.
You would know how tight a dolphin's butthole is. I don't want to know.
Water tight, bro.
I think it's going to be a system knowledge. Basically, just go around with potent cities, or potent system knowledge just to get around the system. So give me 1 second. She's currently got a 15 as is, and she rolled a 1. All right, so she tries to move it, but unfortunately the password is now, it shows on the video, like she hooks her thing up to a video board, and it starts showing that, and she starts typing on the keyboard, and that's what she hooks up to her cyber deck, and she types on it for a minute, and it says password denied, system lock. So now she is locked, and not only did it lock out the chip, it locked her out of her cyber deck. Her cyber deck is now showing some weird lights, and she goes, oh no, that's not good.
Oh, that's what we always wanted to hear.
My cyber deck is in lockdown.
Is it going to go like nuclear on us, or like is it just becoming a prison?
When a cyber deck is in full lockdown, that means no, just not anyone can access it. I have to actually go inside and hack it with my mind. But the only problem is with those programs in there, I will release them, but I can't move any information over to another chip.
You decide what you want to do.
Do you guys want to play Pin the Tail on the Corpo, or do you want to keep this game of Duck, Duck, Fuck going?
Whatever you guys do, you guys are going to have to do it fast, because it looks like I'm about to be burned here. This thing is still, we've been sitting here speaking on this, and I've been trying everything. So it looks like this thing is pretty much useless to me now.
I guess I don't know. We can either destroy the thing and move on and lay low for a little while, or we can lure our wonderful benefactor here and get the information out of him.
Okay. Question: How far are we from the Badlands?
You guys are actually on the outskirts of town, so you guys are actually close to the Badlands.
I just look at Chris's character, and I just be like, how much do you want to keep that car? We could just put this in that car, put a brick on the pedal, and take it way the hell away from us.
Well, I mean, it is technically the doc's car.
Yeah, but remember, you guys did.
It'd be a worthy sacrifice.
Oh.
But how much are you willing to sacrifice for safety, brother?
Again, we can blow up.
Suddenly, you guys hear a knock at the door.
Jackson looks over at Strix and nods towards the door.
Strix looks at her cameras, and you guys see a. Hang on, just give me a second.
I'll be right back.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Okay. I think I rolled the wrong thing, but I'll let you describe it. Who's at the door?
Mm-hmm. Give me 1 second. Okay.
I think I meant to go for
So,
persuasion and fast talk.
all right. So, you look at the door. You guys see a silver duster coat. It looks like it has some stuff on it. You see a guy that has a tan. Um, he has basically dreadlocks, and he's wearing sunglasses. It looks like he may have recording hardware hooked up to his hooked up to his head.
Okay, so I wanted to roll fast talk and persuasion for this to convince them to let me go to the door
Mm-hmm.
with like my shirt undone and like dishevel my mohawk, so I looked like I just had some rigorous activity, but like signal them to like get out of the like find the side of the door so I could just open the door like he interrupted something intimate.
No, fair enough. So,
Okay, I,
so that actually, because you critical, Arya is going to let you do it.
okay,
Yep, everyone's going to get to the side.
yeah.
So go ahead and answer.
All right, open the door, brother, my brother in Christ. What are you doing? What this? Can't you see? I was in the middle of some fun with my girl.
Yes, nice try. If by fun means you're cracking a chip that I'm currently tracking, yeah, I'm here to prepare to offer you some money.
I just martial arts Aikido him quick.
Okay. He did not expect that, so you're going to get a +5 to that, so that is going to be a 26. He is going to try to defend with his reflexes. And I don't think he has dodge at all, so it's just going to be his regular reflex, and that's a 7. So I'm going to have to score I think it's well, even if I get a 10, that's still a 17. So I'm going to have to roll 10. And he doesn't make it out of the way. So you definitely like punch him right in the face. Give me a 1d6 roll.
Okay, and then I'm gonna follow that up though with like. Whoa, my bad, bro. You got me paranoid for a second. I freaked out. Okay, let's quickly talk.
Okay, you don't want to punch him in the face?
No, like I go to punch him in the face, but before it connect or like no, I do punch him in the face, but before he like gets up, like, whoa, bro, my bad. I got scared for a second. I got paranoid.
Well, if you punch him in the face, I need a 1d6 roll still.
Yeah, I'm having the trouble entering enter on my device again. I got the R1D6, but
All right. / R1d6. I got it. 6 points. Hold up just a second.
okay.
Oh, he's knocked out. Cold.
Okay, so yeah, when he wakes up, I'll be like offering him a drink or something. Like, hey, bro, you want to talk? I didn't mean to knock you unconscious. It was just spur of the moment, panic. But I definitely want to strip him down of anything that would potentially be used as a threat once he wakes up. Maybe if we have one of those like.
He's going to be out for the next 3 hours. Arya's going to look at you, like, as you're dragging him inside, because I imagine you're dragging him inside. Arya looks at you and says,
hell
yeah. What are you doing with him? Like, we got to get out of here. If he found the chip, that means other people are tracking it. And you do see that he has, like, a scanner that looks like it's picking up a signal from the chip. Because there's a digital signature that everyone was looking for.
Okay. Then I just look at them as I'm stripping all of his stuff off. I put the thing, the cyber deck in him, and I just throw him out the door and be like, problem solved, let's go.
Wow. Okay. Cypher's like, well, what about the money? Or are we just going to toast this job?
I mean, you want the money that bad? We could drag him back in. He's still unconscious. He doesn't have to know he got kicked out of a caravan.
Actually, at this point, I think the job is pretty much fried out. And the best runner that
that's
we
my
actually
take, man.
have to owe some money for it, Cypher's like, yeah, and the person that hacked it and at least got the information made available Um, yeah, she still gets paid 500.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's my take, man. Is
and she's gonna take the 2 cyber decks.
we dug so deep, we blew up the mine. I think we should have just stopped pushing back there when I started talking about negotiations, but I realized the point we crossed, and yeah, I'm sorry about your
Well,
cyber deck tits, but I'll hope you got my word.
well, here. All right. So afterwards, after you guys leave and whatnot, um, Night City goes on high alert. As you guys load up in the van and stuff, it's basically on high alert. You see Arasaka AVs, you see Biotechnica AVs, the NCPD, all kinds of things are going on, and the town like the whole city erupts in chaos. So with that being said, I will say that will end.
This is
Well, not just the scene, but the whole job adventure. So yeah. What do you guys do now? It's currently like 8 a.m. on a Saturday. Oh, you're breaking up real bad. Hold on, everybody. We're going to go on hold real quick while Tails is probably still traveling, and hopefully he will find a spot. We're going to be back in like 4 minutes.
In the vicinity that we could make possibly a Faraday cage out of?
No. Although that would have probably been a good idea, but probably not.
Oh, hold on
Alright.
one second. I want to try
Yep.
something.
Okay. Yeah, the city is kind of going through a lot of issues. It looks like Max Tech has been involved. A lot of other people. So the city's on high alert right now.
Oh, we lost him.
Oh yeah.
All right. So what we would need for a Faraday cage is a metal container,
Mm-hmm.
non-conductive lining material,
Mm-hmm.
so cardboard, rubber mat, styrofoam, or plastic, and the option of either aluminum foil, copper mesh, or the other option is metal tape, aluminum tape for sealing gaps.
And are you doing this to try and seal off the wireless connection?
Yes.
I don't know if that would work in a 2020 setting, given the fact that everything's made of metal.
Well, again, it's you need to have a container, and then you fill it in with these materials, and it's supposed to cut off.
Give me an intelligence roll. Yeah, I'm not giving that to you. So, yeah, we're screwed.
Then the only thing we can do is destroy it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we'll go with Tails' idea because we just went with it. We just basically planted it on the guy, left, and said, well, to fucking hell, we're screwed. So, we find ourselves at Club Atlantis. Very early
By
in
the
the
way,
freaking morning.
what was the intelligence for? Sorry,
Oh,
was
to
that
see
for
if
the actual?
that see if the character could be smart enough to make it.
Okay.
Yep. I rolled her luck. She did not recover anything at all. So, yeah, she has to move now because now everyone has her location. And by the way, that whole area did erupt into a combat zone for at least the next 24 hours.
And not only did we lose money, but we also we got a little bad rep with
Harrison?
Sawyer's friend. And
oh,
also bad reputation with Harrison, along with bad reputation with the guy that probably wanted the money and whoever hired him. So
well, nobody hired
that
You
Harrison.
didn't give a damn about your bad reputation.
That was Harrison's whole thing. So yeah. By the way, your bad rep with Harrison is now a -9. One faction that was involved. So Arya's with you guys. She managed to, because she had to leave the area, and you guys did probably help her out. I mean, she probably has her own car, and she says, "Well, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. Whatever was on that ship, 8 other factions wanted it. There was multiple people. There was hell, there could be more than 8. There was things on Arasaka, Biotechnica. There was things on people, personal people." And I think I saw something on that guy Jester, or well, I recognize him as Jester because his profile was in there. Plus, I think he might have wanted it for his own personal gain, and to not blackmail himself. So a lot of issues.
that we can get it.
Yeah, there was a lot of things on there. Like I said, Mr. Cree, there was personal journals, blackmail files, video showing high-ranking Biotechnica corpos authorizing executions, buyouts of the
Dang!
That thing was worth more money than what he was paying you.
And we ended up with.
I just looked at him like so. I was like looking at him. I'm like, so from now on, can we agree to start the blackmail before we? How old am I now?
Yeah, I mean, I recommend for you guys to hang low for a bit because your faces are gonna be everywhere if they have them anywhere. If a net runner was running through the camera systems and had faces, what's the odds of that?
I mean, also
Because it turns out Netwatch is also on this list.
Well, if also we went with the other plan, which was to lure Harrison here and try and get the information out of him.
Assuming
instead of punching before punching the first guy that was at the door.
Well, there's no guarantee that you guys could have tortured him to the point he would have released the information. I mean, you could have tried.
Correct, because that's a pretty heavy information. We've been figuring it in pretty well, but the fact that one dog showed up at our door usually means someone else is sniffing trail behind him, and I saw it as risk management, man.
Well, to let you guys know, it is a form of corporate shadow war that's going underneath, that's basically going underneath the radar. Many corporations are involved. It's hard to say what would have happened. But since I've been burned, I'm going to have to leave the area. It was nice doing business with you gentlemen. I suggest maybe you guys do the same.
And I'll keep on working on gathering those components and money for you to build a new data server. Like, hit me up down the line, babes.
Yeah, that was almost $80,000 worth of my life down the drain, so good luck with that. And she ups and leaves. Meanwhile, leaving you guys at the table. So, what do we do now?
Do what you can do. Have a drink and celebrate. To fucking it up the right way.
Fair enough. And you guys have a nice drink. Unfortunately, I did have a whole bunch of shit planned, but that went down the tubes. So, and
Fortunate.
yeah, and some of the other stuff that I did have planned, you guys are gonna need Vince, and you at least need Rex because it's on his personal device. To see what their jobs are there. So right now, depending on how I work out your reputation, you guys may not have any work for a while. At least a couple weeks until everything comes down.
Can my character, who's never met Rex, suddenly become aware of in-game universe stuff and go and smack him awake?
No.
Sorry, sarcasm. I have rueful players at another table.
Woo! Wow, that ended rather abruptly and quickly. I mean, for the short time that we played, I did have fun. Did you guys have fun?
I had fun, but I'm a little depressed. I didn't get to do the corporate espionage part of my rocker boy. There'll be more times later.
Chris?
We should have stayed in the combat zone. I could have played guitar and made people attack other people.
Yeah, but you were trying. But you guys ended up invoking a high level netrunner to try and hack shit, and I rolled a 1.
That's where it began to fray at the seams.
Anyway, Chris?
Yep.
All right. Well, guys, sorry to cut this short. I mean, the stream was... Hey, at least we made it almost 50 minutes, though.
Welcome to Night City, where shit just happened.
Where to now, boys? I mean, Jackson Creed and Sable and Cypher has to go. Is there any part of... any city you guys want to visit inside the Cyberpunk universe that's not Night City?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I could play some gigs somewhere else, make some money, help us find gigs.
Yeah, so where should we go, guys? Maybe we can get a plane ticket out of here.
Doesn't like San Francisco exist and has like a crash shipyard or some shit going on?
I believe it does, and maybe there's some things we can do over there. I say let's go pay a visit, and we'll return in a couple weeks.
I'm down. We can get money over there.
All right. So you guys head
There's
off.
always info hounds.
So you guys head off. No, Chris, would Jackson take the keys that Vance gave him to his house?
What would the keys have me tracked or something?
No, I was just wondering.
Yeah, I would take them. Keep it with me.
All right. That's right, because he's going to be down for probably a few more days. I think it was like 3 weeks. I think he's still got 2 weeks left. All right, so I guess for tonight we'll just end the session there. And with your characters leaving Night City to lay low down in San Francisco. Well, that was really short and rather depressing, but hey, you know what? We tried to stretch it out to an hour. You guys lost a job. Your reputation is going to suck unimaginable ass, but yeah, there we go. That's Night City. But at least all the characters survived.
There's one fundamental thing. We don't fuck around. No limit.
All right, so given the fact that we have some new stuff coming up in about 3 weeks, I can make another. Thank you, Arrival. Yeah, you should have been here for check out the last Rivactory. Check out the last few streams. We were a lot better and a little bit more fun because because we got better rolls. Tonight was just not in our favor. Alright, so given the fact that we still have 3 weeks left until we start our new project, do you guys want to continue with Cyberpunk, or do you guys want to play at least another quick one-shot with another game until we move into Castles and Crusades?
I'm down for whatever.
Tails?
interested in both prospects. So
All right. Well, we'll put a pin in that and figure that out. Anyway, thank you everyone for who joined in. Sorry that it was short, but sometimes these things happen with games. And it kind of looks like, we were already starting late anyway, so I mean, we did get close to an hour in, so that's sometimes does happen. We normally only play for an hour and a half to 2 hours anyway. So we did get some stuff. No, we got nothing done. But at least we got a little bit of role playing in, a little bit of dice rolling. So for those who joined, thank you so much. Catch it on the replay if you didn't catch it today. And remember to work hard, play hard, game on everyone. Have a great and wonderful night and weekend. Oh, and for those mothers out there, happy Mother's Day.